Man, they are stiff this morning for some reason. Arthritis, let me tell you, OLD, not a good thing to catch. And the notifications have gone out, and so we should be up and running. I want to wish everyone a good morning, coming to you live deep from South Texas. Today, only about 2 miles from the Mexico border on the Rio Grande Valley in a Walmart parking lot. I wish you all a good morning, and as people start to come in, we will get this show started. I hope the day finds everyone coming in healthy, happy, and whole. As I like to say, the three H's as I make fun of the three R's. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'm starting really early today because I'm very excited. We hit over 150 views hours yesterday, and that is just mind blowing for me. So as notifications go out and people start waking up and coming in, we will get going here. As you come in, give me a thumbs up or throw a chat and let me know that you're here. That way I can say hello to you and we can have some conversation. I've got some interesting knives today. Today I am flipping the Finch, a Lucky 13 Finch. Very nice knife. And I will continue to hang out until people get notifications come in. I'm starting so early, I'm not surprised there isn't going to be anyone here. In fact, I probably should have waited, but it won't surprise me if it takes people a while to come in because I am way, way before my usual time by a good 10, 15 minutes. So, but I wanted to get an early start, like I said, because I was so very excited at yesterday's performance was incredible. It was one of those days where I look at the numbers, I'm like, wow, is that even possible? So thank you all early, and we'll get you all going. Wished Aries EDC a good morning over on his live stream, which I think he is just wrapping up or just wrapped up, and he's sending messages saying thanks. So, alrighty, it's a sunny and going to be a very hot day down here in South Texas. We are looking at a predicted temperature of 105. If you are, hi, blessed, good morning, sir. I hope you are doing okay today. I hope today finds you just a little better than yesterday. I know it's hard and things are difficult for you. Let's lift you up. Let's make today better. Every day you wake up is a good day because the alternative could be much worse. And I had a little old gentleman tell me that. I think he was in his 90s, and he flat out told me, he goes, "No, every day I wake up is a good day, no matter what." So, anyway, thank you and good morning. I hope today finds you well. Zach K, good morning. I hope this morning finds you well. By the way, guys, if you are spamming my lives and my playlists, thank you. We hit 150 hours yesterday. Thank you so very much. This is going to be a blast when we get to this giveaway because I am so looking forward to it. Now, if I can just get Middle Complex to actually respond and follow through on his promise he made last week on live. So he's on the hook. I need him to get in touch with me, and he hasn't yet. So we'll see how that goes. It might be that I have to send the winner's address over to Middle Complex when that happens to harass them. Teresa, hi. I believe you are new. I have not seen you in here, so please, thank you for coming in. Clint, hello. I still have yet to get your package out. I have it packaged up. I got to get to the post office. Cute Rake, hello. I'm not sure. I haven't seen you in here either. You all that are new, please, thank you for coming in. I'd like to, we're all doing good. I hope you're doing well. I would like for you all to sub and like, and if you have the ability, you have a device that's not doing anything, I'm trying to manually hack or freak the YouTube system and get to the 3,000 hours. And before my 1K super giveaway that will be on August 31st at 10 a.m. So if you are new here, make sure that you come back or you're coming to the lives. We will have a big giveaway on August 31st about this time, and it's going to run for a couple of hours. I've got some crazy good stuff. Miss Dimple, thank you for coming in. Hello, my name is Patrick. You are welcome to call me Patrick, or just hey you. Robert, hello. Thank you. For all of you new ones, I am a physical therapist down here in South Texas. I am a knife collector and connoisseur. I am not a knife reviewer. Even though my channel name is 1 Minute Knife Review, it used to be 1 Minute Knife Video. Doctor agreed. All right. All right, so now you're going to go faster. I have seen people do wound casting. I hope that that works for you. I really, really do. Mr. Skullfire, thank you. We hit 150 hours yesterday. Keep it up. Keep it up. Oh, man, this is so incredible. You all are awesome. Teresa Wood. Okay, I will check you out. So, and I'm all about lifting everyone else up in here. If you have channels and stuff, we all want to check each other out. Make sure you check out KnifeTube schedule on knifetube.com. Or you can check it out on Instagram. I have it on my face on Instagram. It is a um, a listing of everybody who goes live at all Monday. Well, not at all, not everybody, as many as possible, Monday through Sunday, and it lists everyone that goes live by the hour. My time slot is 10 o'clock. I'm running way early today on purpose because I'm so excited about the number of hours. Do I live in my car? I absolutely do not, but I work in my car, and this is my home office and studio. Mark, good morning. Marcos, good morning. Hi. Let's see here. We've got some new people. Aaron, hi. Thank you for coming in. No, I have a house. I am homed. Thank you. But I like to work out of the car because I see patients. I do home health, and so I work here in the Rio Grande Valley. And I'm self-employed, and I do physical therapy assessments in home health, and I contract with a bunch of different home health companies. So that's why I'm usually in my car, and I have turned it into my home studio. It just works out that way. It's a lot easier. I can set up a time between patients and do that. We all need money, Karen. I'd like to tell everybody that I hope today finds you healthy, happy, and whole. Wealth is on you. You have to do it yourself. No one can do it for you. You got a lot of kids. Okay, I'm great. I'm glad I have someone thinks I'm young. Good morning, cute. I'm glad people think I'm young. Most of the time people think I'm old. I trimmed my beard, so yeah. I'm 50. I'm gonna be 59 on my birthday on August 31st for my big birthday 1K reverse giveaway. So yeah, check it out. Anyway, thank you for coming in and giving me your all's eye time and helping me get those hours. Today I'm flipping a Lucky 13 Finch that I won, and I wanted to use that as a segue to talk about giveaways, and that if you are a member of the community on this online community of knife people, you can absolutely win and get nice stuff if you hang out and get to know people and then go to the live streams. And we can do that. By the way, it's going to be 105 today in South Texas. Let me know where you all are, what the temperature and weather is going to be like, and what you're carrying today. I would love to hear it. Mark, your wife used to do home health care. She did it for years. She's now a director of nursing at a facility. Home health keeps you. Well, if you're self-employed, I don't work well with others, so I don't work with a company. My car name. Does my car have a name? No, it does not. My car is a Nissan Frontier. But I have not named my car. I should. I now own it. I actually should. It's paid off. I should actually do that. By the way, man, numbers keep going all weird. So I think I may be having some transmission problems or something. If I am, I apologize ahead of time. And let's see what we can do about it by moving the phone slightly and maybe getting a better cell tower. Tell me how you guys are doing. You are 4 views. It's not the number of views that I'm after. It's actually the number of hours at this point. I'm over on everything I need for all of the other stuff, but we're trying to get to 3,000 hours. So if you have a device that's not being used for anything, like an Xbox, something like that, you could set it up and spam one of my playlists. I would appreciate that. And frankly, I am 20 minutes before my normal time, cute. So have fun. Keep hanging out and giving me your time. I appreciate it. Blessed, thank you. I know you're here. And Mark, I appreciate it. She works for a couple not so great companies in home health. Yeah, I have to. I've known some bad companies. It takes time to find the good ones, and it can be a challenge. Upper views. I know we're up to 4. And by the way, I am not set up properly to see all the chats. Let me fix that right now. I don't like how I'm not a fan of how YouTube does that. Now I can see everybody's chats if people are putting chats. If I missed you, I'm sorry. It's a typical thing where I was in top chat and not full chat. So flipping the Finch on this happy the 13th, Thursday the 13th, flipping the lucky 13 for that. I won this from JB on Saturday Night Live. And cute, if you're not familiar with it, Saturday Night Live is a late night YouTube live stream that JB does, Big Red EDC, and he is really pretty awesome. Clint, hi. I think I said hi to you already, but if not, yeah, I did because I told you your package has to go to the mail steel. Yeah, I got to get to where I can have time to actually take 30 minutes to go and stand in line at the office at the post office. So we'll see how that goes. Grumpy, hi Grumpy. Thank you for giving me. Oh, thank you for giving me your view time. And thank you for looping. Man, we hit 150 hours yesterday, Grumpy. That is incredible, dude. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. This is a good looking, it is, of the finches that I own, which is three little birds, by the way. This is the what I think of as the nicest. I think this one has earned a permanent spot in my collection and will be carried. Grumpy, you take care and you have a wonderful day, and may your day be slightly better or even a lot better than it was when you came in here. I hope you have a wonderful day and it's a blessed one, and that everything goes your way. I wish that for everybody that comes in here and joins me in the morning live stream. We want to give good energy and we want everything to go right for you today. May you have a wonderful day out there, and I send you all the positivity that I can pull in the world. I send that to all my patients as well, and so I can send that to all of you all. You don't like it? Well, cute. You seem like you don't like much, man. That's okay. You don't have to. I appreciate the 10 minutes of you time you've given me so far. My other knives I brought you. Do you like this one, cute? You like this one? I brought some traditionals. It's a canoe, a big old traditional canoe. You like it? Is it big enough for you, or is it too little? I don't know, man. This is a fun knife, isn't it? I hope you enjoy it. They're cute. So I brought some other knives to talk about. Blue has been carrying canoes, and so I brought some. My two. I have two of them. I brought two canoes. EC 135. What is up from Tampa? Hey, Mark. Thank you. I'll show it off a little bit more. Thank you. How's the weather in Tampa? Is it hot? As hot as here? I am looking at 100 and 105 today. They're telling us. So it's going to be a brutal one. Yeah, Mr. Skullfire. But you know what? Cheryl. Hi. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. We hit 150 views hours yesterday. Oh my God. I'm so excited. Thank you. Please keep it up. If you are spamming playlists, keep it up. And if you haven't, and you have a device you're not using, you're leaving for work, set up your TV, your Roku to run for a couple hours spamming one of my playlists. Do it. Please do it. I don't mind people coming in and trying to troll me or whatever. I'm a Gen Xer. I grew up with thick skin. We've had this conversation already. But yeah, maybe if they come in and they aren't chased away and harassed, maybe they'll pay a little attention and they'll see something they like, and then who knows, maybe, just maybe, we end up with a new member of the knife community that's a productive member and helps everybody. I'm telling him, Mr. Skullfire, I'm telling him to their face, thank you for giving me your view hours and coming in here. Harass me all you want. By the way, if you haven't picked on my teeth yet, cute, feel free. I have horrible teeth. You can pick on them all you want. I'm quite willing to let you do that. I inherited them, and then I had they gave me gabapentin for 10 years or so, and for spinal problems, and it just destroyed my teeth. Yeah, that among other things. I was a heavy Coca-Cola drinker. I drank a lot of soda, and yeah. So if you want to pick on my teeth, come in, pick on my teeth. I don't mind. Pick on my chubby cheeks, and I shaved my beard. But as of yesterday, day before, I looked a lot like George Lucas. So you could always come in and pick on that too. I hope I'm giving you enough stuff to pick on. I'm overweight physical therapist. I know, blessed. I don't mind. I really don't mind. I'm flattered that someone wants to give me that much of their time to harass me about stuff, I'm flattered. That's I mean, yeah, whatever. It doesn't hurt me at all. It just really makes me stronger. Even as you strike me down, you only make me stronger. So strike away as much as you want. I mean, I can totally get that. Like when MC says, yeah, you can't be sensitive to people's comments and do YouTube. You just really can't. You have to have thick skin or just a callous disregard for people's negativity. And that's really for me what it is just a total callous disregard for negativity. It just passes right by me and doesn't touch me. I don't allow it to, and God doesn't allow it to, and I'm all good. And so that's the way I look at it. Yeah. And so I'm yeah. And so what we want this live stream to be in here is an uplifting thing. Cute. We want people to have a good time. We want people to have a brighter morning and a happier day for having come on in here and joined us today. And that's why I do what I do. And so if you feel like you need to come in here and, harass people, yeah, pick on me. I don't mind. I'll take it if it makes you feel better and you have a better day for it. Yeah, there's mean people out there, and that's what I can't tolerate, and I haven't tolerated in the past is people intentionally stirring up trouble. If someone's trying to intentionally stir up conflict, I will call it out and I will aggressively pursue having that person shunned in society, if you will. I just don't tolerate that. We are here to get along, and sure, there's people that have different viewpoints and don't necessarily agree with each other on everything. But if you intentionally try to stir up trouble, you try to cause conflict between people, whatever the case may be, I'm certainly not going to tolerate slander and things like that. Then I will fight that out. Yeah, you can't take it personal, but I will fight it out. And any attack on my family or my job, my well-being, anything like that will be met 100% with a overwhelming response. And those are the only types of things I respond to negatively. Everything else, if you want to pick on me, pick away. I will just laugh it off and I will enjoy it because you are joining me in this morning and maybe someone gets a laugh out of it. I'm good with that too. But anyway, so yeah, you can't have thick skin in here and put yourself out into YouTube or Instagram or anything like that, because there's going to be haters and haters will be haters. It goes back to those four types of people I was describing in a prior live stream, in which the first is your good person who wants to do, your altruistic type of person who wants to do good things for the world, and I hope to be one of those. But the truth is that all of us have a little bit of a selfish side, the selfish person in us, and that selfish person is the one who makes decisions based on whether or not it's good for you, or good for me rather, and weighs everything in the balance. Now you can work with the selfish type person in the world, and they're a benefit to society. That's not a problem. And then you have the lazy people that just don't want to do anything, and they're a burden on society in a way, but they don't cause harm. They only are really harming themselves and draining from everybody else sometimes. But that's not the point. The real point are the stupid people. Those are the people who will go and burn it all down just because they want to burn things down, just because they want death and destruction, or however you want to put it. Not even death, it could just be destruction or chaos. And just because they want that type of stuff, they go and they cause trouble in the world. Those types of people are people that any society, any group of people can't tolerate. You have to get rid of them, because if they're there, they will destroy everybody around them, and they take everybody down with them. And you just can't do that. So good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Let me know where you are from, what you are carrying. I'm always open to talking about different topics, although I did bring a little bit of a list with me today to kind of go over if there's some things you would like to talk about. First thing I'd like to talk about is my big reverse giveaway on 8/31, August 31st. That's just my birthday. I'm having a big giveaway where I'm giving you all stuff back. We are having a Protect Sprint that will be given away. We are having a Mora from Martial Law. We are having a knife from Metal Complex that he says it will be a nice knife. Hasn't sent it or gotten with me yet, but he says he will, and he said it live on his live stream in front of 1,000 people. So, yeah, he ought to do it. And then we have Brian Winters has donated a Fusion, and if you know what the Fusion is, good. If you don't know what it is, go look it up and then come right on back here, and we'll keep talking. The Winters Fusion is awesome. It is a brand new knife. You seen it. Mark was there. I got a witness. Got a witness. Give me one more witness, and it's set in law. Not the Jewish way, the Hebrew way, I should say, not Jewish. The Hebrew way. I don't want to cause a whole scandal there too. I don't do politics. Um, the the Fusion is a really cool knife that Brian Winters has just put out, and it is sold out. You can't get one anywhere. So if you want to get one, you will have to come to my live stream on 8/31. Boy, he did me a good one there. I need to buy him a nice dinner or something. I don't even know. But anyway, it's really cool. So I'm going to be shouting out his channel all over the place, all I can. Good morning, Cheryl. Cheryl, you were saying, I know I already said good morning, but you're in Ohio and you're not carrying anything. You don't have a pajamas knife? Okay. Okay, maybe that's what I'm going to have to do a video on, pajama knives. A knife you can and should carry around in your pajamas, because you should always have a knife on you. Rule number 9, always have a knife on you. And 1 isn't even really enough. 2's too few. 3 just barely cuts it, so you ought to carry 4 of them, really. I had to slip that in. It's fun. In South Carolina, Mr. Skullfire is coming in with a QSP Victor. It is sunny with a chance of rain. Well, here it is sunny, and I wish it would rain. It is sunny and blue skies. It is hot, hot, hot. 105 degrees today, supposedly, and that is probably a little bit on the low side. It's probably actually going to be even hotter. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, okay, congratulations. You guys got a great view of my floor. Sorry about that. Hopefully I didn't lose too many bars of signal there. All right, there we go. And I am back after a major catastrophe. There we go. We're back. All right. Feed. Yeah, Victor, it helps if I don't drop the phone on the floor of the truck. It really does help. I should have a good signal again. Hopefully we're up and running. Mr. Skullfire also has the Kaiser Aegis for the PGs. Kaiser Aegis for the PGs? I gotta look that up. I think that might be a little big for the PJs, but I was thinking slim knives, like a little UTX, 70 or something, that a little slim out the front or something. Clint is carrying a Majoron Perism. It's cloudy and it's gonna rain up there in Maine. How's the temperature up there? This is the one time of year that I envy you. Here's your weather and your temperatures. It's probably in the 70s up there, or 80s, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we get that in the winter time down here. So our trade-off for this massive heat that we deal with all summer is that we have winter times that are the envy of the rest of y'all. V1 is very small. Okay. It's around 75. Hey, it was a good guess, wasn't it? Right in the middle, 75, 70, and 80. Yeah, the winter times down here are beautiful. It is typically, we only have a couple of days of gloomy weather. Victor, hi. We only have a couple of days of gloomy weather, and maybe a little bit of drizzle for a couple of days, and then we'll have like 2 different weeks where it gets down to freezing or close to freezing. And the rest of the time it's 70 degrees, or hotter, 60, 70 degrees or hotter, and sunny. And wintertime down here is a dream. Also, I live really close to South Padre Island, which is really nice if you like beaching and going to the islands. And I live close to SpaceX. So maybe one of these days I will get up extra early. You need a new knife, Blessed? Be here for my giveaway. I'm telling you. And actually, you know what, Blessed? I had already told you to hit me up on Instagram once you have an address for me to send it to. Okay? I actually already have something in mind for you. You liked that green micarta knife I had shown the other day, and I'm gonna package that up and send it to you. So I don't do that normally, but Bless has been having a rough time, and I think kindness goes a long way. And when someone does something nice, it makes your day. And maybe if your day's better in your inside, your day's better on your outside. Yeah, I was thinking. Now the problem with SpaceX down there, I have absolutely no idea how the Wi-Fi is. The Wi-Fi could be good. The Wi-Fi could be bad. Thanks, Mark. If the Wi-Fi is good, I would love to do a live stream down there. I've been down there and I've done some posts from down there before. If you go way back in my Instagram, and I think I might even have a YouTube short or something from SpaceX. It's really kind of cool. It's also really, I don't want this to sound bad. It's it used to be. Now it's going to be much more exciting here in the next. Maybe we'll do it in the next 6 months or so, because they're putting up like a 60-foot statue of Prometheus outside SpaceX. A 60-foot bronze statue of Prometheus. This is going up. Apparently, it's news lately. It's going up here, and they're going to be building it. Some company from France is building one. And so yeah, that's going to be exciting. My nose is itching horribly. I apologize. Gay. Jeffrey, what's gay? Well, we don't talk about sex in here. We do not talk about politics, religion, or sex. So that's the one thing I have to ask you not to bring up. Once you get his address, and okay, sure, I will be happy to, Cheryl. Assuming that's okay with you, Blessed. If you let us give you some kindness back, man, we'd be happy to. You just got to let us know what's up. All right? But we're here for you in any way we can be. And online, it's often just emotional and mental support with people saying nice things. Yeah, but that is what we're here for. And I want everyone who comes in here to leave with their day being a little bit better than it was when they came in. And that's what we're here for. So that is why Jeffrey asked that we avoid those topics. You haven't been Brax? I don't mind, man. It's all good. I appreciate that you come in, and you come in when you can. I started way early today, and because I was excited because we hit 150 hours of view time yesterday. We need to keep that up. But if we keep that up, I will be having one of the best birthday parties ever when I have my big birthday reverse giveaway on August 31st. So all those people who are new in here that are just popping in, and you need to pay attention because you need to be subscribed and you need to be following along to see what's going to be in that giveaway, because it is a big deal. There are going to be several nice things. I'm giving away a Protect Sprint. Not the knife I have here in my pocket. I have another Protect with me today. But the Protect Sprint is a really, really good knife. This is the Protect Whiskers Magic. It is a really cool hidden bolster out the side. So if you don't know how to open it, yeah, I can't open it. A really nice knife. I love this knife. Cheesy, hello, welcome. Everyone coming in, if you drop a line in the chat, I will try to talk to you and say hello. Do I have a total? Yes, we are over 1,100 now, and moving fast. If we can keep this type of numbers up in the next 15 days, we will absolutely be over the 3,000 and maybe even approaching the 4,000. Think about that. 150 for 20 days is 2,500. Am I wrong? Am I right? I can't do any math this morning. I'm trying to think while I talk. That doesn't work, by the way. I'm usually very good at math, but I cannot carry on a random stream of conversation. And we will get there. Yes, we will. And you know what? This is really exciting. It is a grassroots, crowdsourced hacktivism, if you will. Or do you guys remember the old term phone freaking? Or doing things like that. It's like this pseudo punk movement that I'm trying to do here. Good morning, Brown Sugar. Thank you. And that we all as a group are going to overwhelm the system for YouTube and make it so this channel is a success. And my promise to you all as viewers and subscribers, I will reiterate it again. The money this channel brings in will go back into providing knives for giveaways so that we can share more and more with the community. Nice stuff. And I am a big Protect fan. So my goal is to eventually get Protect to sponsor some of these things, which would be a really nice thing. It will take harassment, and it will take the channel being big enough to get their attention. But we will get there. And I've had wonderful support from, like I said, Brian Winters, Middle Complex. Jared Neves has been supportive. Barbie, EDC, of course, JB, Zach, Marshall, all of you all in here right now. This is just so overwhelmingly exciting. I can't tell you how humbled and flattered I am. So thank you all. Back to flipping the fence again. So I did bring some other knives to talk about. If you guys want to talk about knives for a few minutes, and then we'll swap over to other topics again. Remember, if you post what you're carrying, I will be happy to let you know, or let everybody else know and read it out, just because it's fun and it gives me something to talk about. So what I have here is an odd little trapper, odd big trapper actually. This is a Boker Plus. You can see our little logo there, Boker Plus. I I've had some light conversations with them. I've never met any of them in person. I would really love to as well. It'd be really cool. What makes this trapper interesting is it is a double lockback. Okay, so it's a lock back here, you can see, and then both blades lock individually so that you can have one of them out locked. You can actually have them both out locked at the same time if you want, for whatever reason. I don't know why you would need a double locked knife, but there you go. If you're doing some heavy cardboard cutting and you want to like get some really thin strips, I guess you could use that, right? Anyway, very interesting knife, and one of the reasons I got it is for the star for the Lone Star State in Texas, of course, being a Texas resident. If you don't know, I'm from deep South Texas, so I think with the number of people I see in here right now, everyone should know everything about me. But if you don't, feel free to ask. I'm happy to share with you. And so I was looking at that. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting trapper. Kind of an interesting trapper, not your common trapper. It does have pretty weak springs, honestly. It's a very light pull. I'd give it like a 2. I mean, it's a really, I can't pop it out by flipping it, but I wouldn't put it beyond a 2, maybe a 3. And that made me think. I was thinking about that of knives and traditional designs, and it reminded me of a traditional design that I actually have absolutely no use for. I have one. I have absolutely no use for it, even though I live in a state that is probably one of, if not the biggest producer of cotton and cotton sampler. Anyone else have a knife like this, a cotton sampler that is just not, or other types of knives that you just never figure out a use for? I'd make a good butter knife maybe, for buttering bread or something. But yeah, a cotton sampler. So let me read here real quick what Mark has posted. Well, first, real quick, Mark. Yeah, talking about meeting, I would love to meet up with any of them. But you know what? Anywhere they go, they're going to be getting rock star status at this point in the community. Like if they were to go to Blade Show or something, the odds of hooking up and meeting, if it wasn't just a private meetup, would be insanely difficult. Although, like I said, I would absolutely be happy to, take Mr. Winters out to dinner or something. He has been a big help and supporter of the channel, even from the very beginning. If you take a look, I have a Winter Blade Code playlist, and I have one only because he has sent me knives to show off. When I guess it goes to what I was talking about the other day. You don't have a cotton sampler? They're not very expensive. With Rough Rider, definitely the way to go. But it's a placeholder in my collection of types because it's just not one I have any use for. What was I going to say? I was going to say something, but anyway, I was going to read what Mark's got carried. He's got the Vosteed Corgi, the CVV Vision FG. I like that knife. I just have not had a chance to get my hands on one. The Remet Rhino, cheap $15 cobalt knife from Lowe's that you're just playing with where it sharpens up nicely, D2. You know, $15 D2 is a mind-blowing thing, and it brings up something that I wrote down to talk about knife steels. I mean, is there really any need for these super steels that, I mean, even this is in like 154 cm. Is there any need for these super steels? We have all these wonderful super steels. You've got Magna Cut, you've got, all the different types of steels, and I can just run down the list. I have a steel collection video, and so I'm not going to do that right now. But we have all these new steels that are coming out, Magna Max now, and it's great for steel snobs or connoisseurs or people who are collecting. But really, are they specializing themselves out of the market? You know what I mean? If you get so specialized, at some point you just don't draw enough people to buy your product to make it worthwhile. So like if you're specializing in knife steels and you're putting out Magna Max knives and they have, they cost $450 a piece and you sell 100 units of them and it's like, woohoo, great. But what about if you had put out a D2 knife for $20 and you sold 20 million of them? I mean, it's at some point there's a diminishing return in terms of creating things, but there's also what's the word I'm looking for? A self-sabotaging thing that the knife industry or the steel industries and everything seem to be doing to themselves. I haven't bought very many new knives in the past years. I'm talking to other people. Most people haven't been chasing the dragon, so to speak. I mean, trying to chase the latest and greatest new knife. Sometimes, like with the Fusion, I'm paying attention when there's a new drop, and it's sold out 100%. So from that point of view, I guess there's no complaints, right? Dana, good morning. I'm kind of talking on obtusely about knife steels and whether or not we need anything really more than D2 or OS8 or HCR or whatever, or maybe VG. Well, I'm not a fan of VG10. I don't know about the rest of you, but I like 154 CM. And then once we moved up into M, M390, and anyway, do we really need all that, or are they creating a self-defeating market problem for themselves? All these companies that are specializing into all these knife steels. I'm kind of thinking that they are at some point. That's why we're seeing, I think. So I think we're seeing the results of that. That's why we're seeing knives like with M390 dropping down now to below $100. Even had a knife get way down. Want to know why knives? Good morning. I hope today finds you happy, healthy, and whole. Wealth is your own problem, as I had to say to someone else earlier. Um, let's see. Ha ha ha. I'm not sure what the ha 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 wave means, so I lost you there. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think they're pricing themselves out of the market. In a way, I think they're creating a situation to where a casual collector, someone who, I've got 5 knives and I like knives, and if I see something I really like, I'm gonna I'll skip a dinner and go buy it. That type of person is not necessarily following along with all these super high end, and anything in my mind over $100, frankly, is probably high end. I know budget knives now is under $75 according to most people, but that's just, is it what do you guys think? Do you think 75 is a budget price? Do you think $75 is a budget price for a knife? I am desperately forced to say no. I have tried to keep it under 50 even when I've discussed it in my videos, and it's hard to justify spending more than that for most people, I think. you know yeah, that's why I'm kind of excited to be giving away some high-end knives, because you'll be able to provide back into you all in the community for all the support and everything, and several people are going to get some nice stuff. But honestly, Marshall's Mora is probably going to be the most used and the most functional knife in the entire giveaway that I do. It'll be that. For variety, Dana, my recommendation is 100% Rough Rider. You can get almost all the traditionals that you want, and then after that, probably something like Civivi, because they produce so many weird designs, many of them in the $50 to $100 price range. But beyond that, you have to go by brands, and this is someone coming to you talking from the point of view of someone who has Benchmades and Spydercos, and you've seen my collection. You know what my collection is. If you've been spamming my lives, segue. If you've been spamming my playlist, which you ought to be, please go spam playlists. I'm trying to reach 3,000 hours in the next 20 days or so. Yeah, Moras are absolutely able to do it. But if you've seen that, you've seen I have a nice knife collection. I'm getting to the point though where I really appreciate a good, inexpensive knife like the QSP Penguin, things like that. You know what, Mr. Skullfire, it has been, honestly, for me, it has been more than a year and a half, maybe 2 years, easily, since I've spent that much. A little bit of trading going on, stuff like that now and then, but no, and then wins. I mean, this ironically is over $100 knife. Excuse me. Yeah, the R2D2, the Rat 2 in D2. I remember that came out and it was a big deal. The R2D2. Yeah, that's yeah. So at some point, I guess what I'm trying to say is, at some point, anyone buying knives beyond the Rat or something in the $30 to $50 price range, and you got to get to about 30. I mean, the stuff from Walmart, which, by the way, I'm sitting outside of a Walmart. The stuff from Walmart, the Ozark Trail stuff, will work, but it's not a quality item in that. Nothing bashing it. Quality item in which which you're going to be able to use for years. it's going to last you a long time. I mean, if I'm traveling and I can't take a knife with me, I would be happy stopping at and picking up an Ozark Trails knife to use and carry around while I was traveling, and then I just give it away to somebody. But it's not a knife that you're going to treasure, although I do in my collection, just because I like a diverse collection. I like high end and low end, right? But that you're going to treasure in your collection. So you have to hit into or treasure as a tool, if you will, use as a tool every day. You have to hit into a certain price range, and I'm not sure what that is. What, $30, $50? I'm not sure what that is anymore. The QSP Penguin, like I said, is a very usable knife, and I think the low end on it was about $30. The best knife I've ever had, and maybe I'll bring it tomorrow, that you could get was an OS 8 knife, the LCK Ruger. That little flipper was originally, I was like, like $20 or something like that. It went down to $10 on clearance when they were discontinuing it. I wish I could have bought 100 of them. That Ruger was awesome. But yeah, Moras will last you. I mean, a basic knife like that will last most people many years. So these knife companies are really appealing to us as collectors, right? But they're driving us away as collectors by overdoing it to the point that they're producing so many different items that no one's keeping up anymore. At least I'm not. I don't know how many different Civivis have come out in the past year. Number one hawker for Civivis was Birdshot 4, and they haven't put out a Civivi video in a really long time, just because they got overwhelmed. And, well, I mean, they had some personal issues. That's a whole different thing. Are these companies putting themselves eventually? Are they like marketing themselves out of business, or are there enough collectors out here? Are there enough of us out here that are collectors that will keep buying? I don't know. It's just a question that's been going through my mind, and I wanted to share with you all because I can see it. I can see it happening. So, another traditional knife to talk about today. So this is a pretty cool canoe. It is from Boker Tree brand there, and you can see that it has the Tree brand. Oh, it's gonna be all backwards on you. Tree brand logo, and it is a ale barrel or whiskey barrel. I'm not sure which one they call it. This wood here is from a whiskey barrel or ale barrel there in Germany. I'd have to go back and research the company. I know one of my friends is going to harass me and say, dude, you have AI. You could have researched everything on this knife and known it today and been ready, and you didn't. And yeah, I didn't. Anyway, but it is a really cool and very nice snap. You can see some on blade rub there that you should check out because it's kind of annoying that these companies can't do it. But yes, it is a really cool knife. Good morning, Stacy. Stacy, you rock. 150 hours. You all rock. By the way, I just can't stress that enough. 150 hours yesterday of view time. Please, if you can spam a playlist, do it. Let's break 200 today. That would just I would be freaking out tomorrow. I would be totally freaking out tomorrow. You get to watch me have a total freak out. So yeah, here we go with a canoe. And since I was thinking about canoes, I had to bring my big canoe. Guys, this is the only canoe knife I've ever seen that you could probably use to paddle a canoe. This thing is huge. I can't even get it all in the camera. Oh my Lord. Look how big that thing is. If I drop this, I'm a dead man. And go right for my femoral artery. Thunk. Anyway, this is really cool. This canoe thing it was a, oh my God, I still can't think of his name now. Frost Cutlery, I think, did originally the Ocoee River. And this was a Frost Cutlery brand. They did a lot of that multicolored preserved or stabilized wood stuff back in the 80s and have done a lot of traditionals. So I think this, if I'm not mistaken, is what's called a display knife, and it would be sat on top of a display rack or spinner a carousel or whatever you call them. And thank you, Mr. Skullfire. Thank you. This is just so incredible. The outpouring of effort and support is just mind blowing and overwhelming, Mr. Skullfire. And for everybody else who's doing it, I can't tell you. Thank you very much. Let me roll back here. I've missed some stuff as I was talking. But anyway, this thing is crazy, and I think I've shown this before, if I'm not mistaken, but it is pretty darn sharp. So, but yeah, it was a magnetically held. It was held in place with magnets, I believe, and it was a display model. And it's actually very, very well made for traditional. I mean, minimal gapping. There's a little bit of gapping here on the what are these scales called? Cellulose scales, and stuff. But it's not bad. And for just such a huge knife, it's just a giggle every time I open it. The canoe, I assume this one looks a lot like knives you got from your grandfather. You have his Boy Scout from the 1920s. You should clean those up, Mark. Yeah, you should clean those up and share them. I would be really interested in seeing those. You think that's a lot of Camilla's knives? Okay. Now that's a boomerang. You know what? It weighs it weighs a good 2-3 pounds. If you whack someone with this, they're gonna feel it. They're gonna go. You don't need it as a knife. You can use it as a hammer. Absolutely. Blessed. Open a box collection because of the giant. Yeah, they have one that's like that big or bigger, right? It's like a small sword. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. You'd like to find one of these canoes or one of these canoes, Mr. Skullfire? Let me know. Yeah, you love how ridiculous. I love how ridiculous this is. That's why I bought it. It's totally ridiculous, and that's a part of the fun. It is totally ridiculous. This canoe was a limited edition run, and I lucked into it again. I think somebody passed away. Rest their soul. And their collection went to a local store that I go to, gun store, and whose owner would take things on consignment back in the day for knives. He doesn't do that anymore. He's kind of turned he's gone more professional, if you will. You know how that is. Things just never stay the same. But I was able to get this along with a bunch of the other knives that I had at a really good prices for because they were pre-owned collectibles, that someone had, and so I was really happy to be able to grab some of this stuff. Anytime you can find a score like that, if you can go to flea markets, go to garage sales. As you get to know knives in the community, you will be able to find more and more things that you look at and you go, wow, I can't believe like that Japanese trapper is just sitting there in a tray for 50 cents. That's a $80 knife on the collectibles market. Even though it's all beat up and ugly looking, the person doesn't know it. So if you learn to know your knives, you can go out there and find some crazy good stuff. Dana says you like open nails too. A number 10 with a corkscrew. They're neat. Open nails are really cool. As simple as they are, they're a good solid knife that you can use and work with and work on them hard. The steel on them is really good. The carbon steels, I like the carbon steel on the open nails a lot. You really want a number 13, $150 for a wooden. You know what? Yeah, that is. She's probably watching. I don't know, but that is why you should never count your knives and never catalog them because someone might actually find out how many you have and what they're worth. That might be a bad thing. The big one. Okay, but yeah, good luck finding this big one. You know what? Finding, and by the way, I know I'm running really behind in messages. We will catch up. Good luck finding this. This was a collectible. If I ever get desperate and have a knife sale, I'll do it online for channels. If I ever sell knives, it'll be for channel members. If I had to let this go, I don't even know what kind of a price I would put on it because maybe you could look on eBay. I'll have to look on eBay and see if I can find any old display models for things like that. I do know that was it Tobias Gibson? I think had a display model like this for what type of a knife was it? I can't remember. Was it a Stockman? Something like that. It was really cool. Both of them really, yeah, they are. I like them. They're cool. Mark, I get you. I have to have the conversation occasionally. Why I need another knife. Spouses just don't understand. We should do a rap song, yeah, about parents just don't understand. I mean, spouses just don't understand. Open nails are stupidly sharp. Yep, they are. Yeah, the 13 is the giant open nail. Yeah, it's huge. It's best to check in before big purchases. The thing is, it is a folding sword. It is. I mean, the blade length is honestly only about 9 inches, 8, 9 inches. The overall length open, I think, is almost 2 feet. You couldn't hold it that way because of the other blade, but you could use it as a two-handed thing. Yeah. But as a chopping thing, if you hold it back here, it rivals my kukri. It definitely rivals my kukri in terms of size. I don't know how well the pivots and the back spring would hold up to any kind of chopping with it, though. I don't think I would. I think that would probably be a bad idea, just to destroy something. Yeah, I'm not like that. Sometimes it's a better. Yeah, yeah. What's the saying? It's far easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. Once the deed is done, it's already done. And and the water has flowed under the bridge. The milk has been spilt. Yeah, and people can get upset. Um, I honestly think though that if you want a nice knife collection, you can actually just hang out in the community, attend all the lives, and you can win. You can win enough knives. Come to my live on August 31st. Like a segue. I thought that was a good one. You can. It's a double-ended lightsaber. Let's open that up. Yeah, yeah. That's what I was saying. You could use it like almost like a staff, right, or some kind of a hand to wed. There was I used to have I don't know where it went. I used to have a Pakistani hand-to-hand fighting knife that was like this. It was a double lockback, and it came out like this and this, and it was designed for hand-to-hand fighting. Nowadays hand-to-hand fighting with a knife is a joke. You're just gonna get shot. just gonna get shot. Just don't even bother trying to fight with someone with a knife. That would be stupid. Run away. If someone's gonna fight with a knife, run away. Don't even get into anything like that. Um, Winning knives has been wonderful. Yes, and see that's the kind of cool thing about this online community that we have. A bunch of boomers, if you will, right? Remember someone said that recently. It's still a pet peeve. I think I don't let go of some things very easily. No, not when you do things that you're not supposed to do like that. But I have, that Winter Blade. Whoever wins that, it is going to be excited. I'm jealous. I am really truly jealous. I wish I could win my own giveaway. Don't worry, I'm not going to do shills or anything like that. Besides, there's not that many of us. We would all know. People would all know. Brian would know my address when I sent it to him. Oh, but you have no idea how much I would love to. But yeah, you get into the live streams. There's a lot of people. I mean, mine. You got JB, you got Zach, you got Middle Complex, you got Barbie. You've got. I'm trying to think. Go check out Knife Tube schedule. It's on knifetube.com. You can also check it out on my Instagram. I posted it on my storyline, and you can see all the channels that are on. Not all of them, but many of them will do a giveaway during their live stream. It's just one of the ways in which we've found that the channels grow better, right? We can get people coming in, you can get interest, it keeps the community actively interested in stuff. And it's not that difficult to do if you can get a couple memberships rolling where you're getting monthlies coming in, say 10, 20 memberships, you can afford to buy a $20, $30 knife. Blue is popping in and joining us this morning. Thank you. He is carrying an Aries Raptor and a Kubi's Airy Bloom Indoraptor. 2 One Moon Seedlings, Burning Stables, Forge Cayuse, Edgy American Thug. I have not seen his Thug yet. Edgy American, that is Shane, right? Am I wrong there? Kaiser Spitfire, Roach XL. Wisco Juggler, Tempest Tornado, and Mach 71, a DBD Glideman, and more to come, I have a feeling. You won a SKL once. Yeah, I've won I won Zach's once and never got it because it didn't show up. Not the price. It didn't show up and Zach didn't recognize it. Someone else won because I told you that story the other day. But I've won JB's giveaways now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. But it's been almost 10 years. But I mean, like once, or maybe 8 years, or however long he's been doing it. But yeah, it's kind of crazy. Um, if you get way blessed, if you do, that would be really cool. That would be so cool. I want to get my hands on one of those so bad, but if it's in the cards, it's in the cards. If it's not in the cards, it's not in the cards. I have been, as you're saying, blessed so far, plenty. I am already blown away with the kindness of the knife community, and supporting my channel, coming here and supporting my lives, uh, donating to the giveaway. It's everyone has just been really cool and really supportive. And so, yeah, thank you on that, Blessed. Thank you. Yeah, it is Shane. Oh, I didn't know Shane. I had not. See, that's how out of touch I get busy with work. I didn't know Shane had done a knife. I need to check that out. That's probably why he doesn't ever talk to me anymore. Probably because that's it. Just goes to show you get busy and lose track of people. And I try to keep track of the community. That's hard to do. You got to run out. You got to go out of the lot. Oh, thank you, Mark, for leaving it up and running. I will probably stay on here for another. Well, I've got at least another 15 minutes or so that I can stay on and hang out. Um, my next patient's at 11. I had a cancellation this morning, so I've got extra time, which is kind of cool for you all and me too. Blue, yeah, we're missing some of your carry today. What's going on? And by the way, I can't thank you all enough for hanging out with me every morning. It's Monday through Saturday around 10 a.m. Sometimes earlier, like today, I started at 9:30, 9:45. Whenever I'm done and moving on, and I can find a stable, good place with a decent connection to the internet, which can be hard to do down here on the Rio Grande border, down the valley. It can be kind of hard. There's some places where there's just no internet. Fortunately, I haven't run into any of those yet while we were hanging out. Today I'm flipping the Finch. I'm flipping the Lucky 13 because today's the 13th. And does anyone else theme their knife carry? Does anyone else have enough knives to theme their knife carry? Does anyone else theme their knife carry? Or do you have a theme with your knife carries? Do you have a preferred type of knife to carry? I know Blue carries everything. Not everything. I know your collection's huge, Blue. I know not nearly all your collection. And there we go. Coming back in with the Wingspan, the ProTech Newport. Blue, I brought my magic whiskers with me today. For some reason, I was just feeling the urge, and this is one of those knives that makes me happy. So I have knives I like. I have knives I enjoy. I have knives that I find exciting. I have knives that I think are cool looking. I have knives that make me happy. This knife, when I open this knife and I play with it, it makes me happy. I can't explain why, but it makes me happy. it just does. It's kind of like that big one there. It just makes me happy. So going on, we have the Wingspan, Protect Newport, the TRM Pitbull, QSP Hedgehog, more Maker Trapper, the Jack Wolf Gateway Barlow. I need to get some Jack Wolves. There's another knife company I have not gotten my hands on in the past. A couple of Forest Tanks. By the way, Bloom, I am going to put in an OG original Forest Tank before Forest had a logo in the giveaway. I have 2 of those. He was experimenting with making tanks when he was just starting. That's how long I've been around. And I have 2 of them, and I'm going to put one of those in the giveaway. It's not labeled or anything, but I'm still going to include it as I'm going to have one of the sections in the giveaway is going to be stuff with a history, stuff with pedigree. So stuff that came from people in the community, stuff that is made by people in the community, that type of thing. So that way we can have, for the type of collector that likes that type of stuff, I'll have a giveaway item for them. That's the best way I can put it. Okay, so still going on. Jack Wolf, Force Tanks, Arcfield Pro, Baton 4, both. Okay, Leatherman Free T2, Squirt ES4, Sog Power Pint, and a SAC SD. What's the SD? Small. Oh, the SD is now. It's not the cadet. Dana, you imagine use scenarios for carrying. Man, I can see that. I can see that I do similar things. If I know that I'm going to be doing something where I might want to have a knife of a certain type with me, I absolutely can imagine that I would want to. Yeah, I could see imagining the scenario and then making sure you have the knife that you want for that. That makes sense to me. Uh, Blessed has more. The Cold Steel Recon 1 Tanto, the Cold Steel SR1 Tanto, the Kaiser Quartz, the SOG Flash AT, the Gonzo Firebird FH12 Klacken Flint, and a Victorinox Swiss Army knife. Okay, really need to weigh myself with and without all of it. You know what, Blue? I want you to do that, and I want you to tell us tomorrow how much it is. Take everything off. You know, when you go to the doctor's office, don't they have you empty your pockets? I would love to know. I want to know how much you're carrying there. That was awesome. Dana is carrying a shaka, a bug out, and a lookout. Very nice. Very, very nice. That's a nice little carry there. I don't know what kind of you love that type of stuff. I don't know what kind of scenario you're imagining though. Lightweight. It looks like with the bug out and lookout. Let's see. You love that type of stuff. I'm not sure which type of stuff. Use scenarios. Gotcha. You love imagining use scenarios. Gotcha. You have a friend who has crappy knives and they want you to cook. So you take your. You know what? I am. I did a stint as I have been around the world, right? I did a stint as a short order cook. I was working in a back bar. It was in the back of the bar, little thing, and a what do you call it? A pizzeria. They had a little pizza delivery thing, pizza oven and pizza delivery thing out of the back of this bar. And I was working there. They were paying me cash under the table. This is when I was pretty young, like in my 20s, and I don't know what I think it jaded me on cooking. I think after that I never wanted to cook again. I think after doing that for like it was about a year, I was just like, I'm not touching this again. It was a great on the side job. I mean, in addition to my other waiting tables jobs, but yeah. So yeah, I've been all over. Blue mobile armory. You can arm a half dozen works if there's something going down. Plus, you got veterans employed there, right? You need an arms locker. You need to just set up an arms locker at your work and keep it stocked. I have a friend who thinks very similarly. He is an FFL, and he is 100% a believer that if things were to go bad, or what do they call it, STF, SHTF, yeah, if things were to get really bad, he can outfit a small army. And he probably could. I mean, we're talking fairly high inventory. He does traveling gun shows and sales, and he has a really nice inventory. Um, he does everything right. He's also a lawyer, so he does everything right. He's technically my lawyer. He's who I go for when I have questions. He's also on the board of directors for the charities I'm on that we'll be talking about in the future at some point. I don't, like I said, I don't talk about him too much. We haven't done a whole lot with him to brag about, so I don't brag. Blue is the arms locker, right? You have to go track him down. We have someone trying to break in. Where's Blue? Code Blue, code Blue. Code Blue in a hospital means someone passing away. Dana, you get the noisy cricket. Hey, I love my Men in Black references. A person is smart. People are dumb. Oh lordy. Anyway, so guys, I appreciate all of the support. Man, please spam those playlists. We have hit 150 views yesterday, 150 view hours. Thousands of views we're getting. 150 view hours, which is incredible. You all rock, and I am so excited. You were a part of pushing to create the Indo wrapper. Nice. That is way cool. I need to get some Burning Stables and Aries stuff. I just, like I said, I have not been in a financial position to do a whole lot more than what I've been doing as is. Things get tough, and it seems like anyone else have this. I know you all have this phenomena. Blessed, I know you all have this phenomenon where if something goes wrong, it seems like everything goes wrong. They just snowball. That's why I want you all to come in here and have a brighter day. We can have a positive morning, and maybe it'll make it better, no matter how crazy or bad things are everywhere else. And that's what I'm hoping to do here. That and to have a channel that can give away to other people. It's kind of nice. That someone it for you. So glad that someone it. I'm not sure, Thomas. Did you see the latest colorway? Just the Indoraptor. It's fire. Okay. Okay. Cool. I'll have to check that out. I am not. Again, I'm not up to date on all of the new knives. I have not been keeping track of what people have been making, and I should be. I am really that someone made it for you. I am just dropped on the Hindora. Okay. Yeah, I'm really impressed with all the makers in the community. I think it's really wonderful that we have so many people now who are getting into doing custom work and making their own brands, and it's taking off. And I would rather, thinking about it, as I was talking about a little while ago, in terms of the steels and the mass production of stuff and these companies producing things that are too high of a price for a mass consumption basis and too mass produced for a connoisseur basis. It's the small makers that you want to support. Lancelot Leather, Burning Stables Forge, all these different small, EDC Roundtable, all these small makers, Forest Hanks. One Moon's stuff, yeah, all of this stuff. We want to support each other in that regard too. I'm a big fan of supporting smaller businesses in what would normally be called supporting local businesses, right? You want to support local business, but in this case, local businesses are our online community, and so I'm a big fan of supporting local businesses in our online community. 100%. Any chance you can, yes, please, Blue, post your dojo. Thank you. Dana, that was a good segue, wasn't it? Excellently done. Yes, and in that regard, would Bluminati Ninja please post your dojo link? I appreciate. I gotta check out that knife. It sounds like it sounds. I gotta check it out. Post your dojo link for me, Blue. Uh, Send anyone who can watch this later on. There you go. Yeah, please support Blue and Twisted Cyst and Blue. I keep forgetting to hit you up and set up something for some stickers and stuff. Can you start thinking about it and coming up with what ideas? And I need to get with you on it. Okay, please, I appreciate it if you want to get a head start on that. I just actually need to follow through and do it, and we're running out of time. I mean, we're at the 13th today, which means we have, what is it, 17, 18 days. So yeah, we got to get up there. And like Stacy wants to get in there too and do some stuff with you. So we need you to be thinking about that, or I need you to be thinking about that. Pretty please. Indoraptor and coins. Brotherhood of the Indoraptor. There you go. Yeah. Blue, if you have one sitting around, I'd love to see it. You can send it to me and I'll send it back. I promise. Maybe. If I like it too much, I might not. Might have to buy it from you. Anyway. So yeah, please, I appreciate it. No rush on you, Stacy. I mean, it's all good. I'm not trying to. I just I've been telling him for a week and a half now that I want to do business for my giveaway, and I just horribly. I get busy with my full-time job. I get busy with therapy, and I work. Yeah, I get up. I see patients about 8 o'clock or a little later, and then I try to get done fairly early in the day. But then I'm exhausted because it's 105 out here. It's brutal in the heat, and so then I'm usually resting a little bit, and then I'm doing paperwork until midnight. Finding time for the rest of the stuff, going online and looking at other channels, and I try to get into live streams when I can, to support everybody. I really try, but it's just a time thing. It becomes really difficult, and so things slip by. For example, Clint, my milling out your stuff, it's coming. It'll get there, I promise. And Stacy, I've got something for you too. It's a couple of my stickers, but and then that's a great question. I don't want to steal Zach's do something kind for somebody, but I do. How about be nice? Can we start a new one? Just be nice. Be good. Don't do evil. I don't know. We'll come up with something. I'll come up with something. We'll sit down and come up with something. But I definitely want to hit you up on it. And then I think you also do stickers too. And I need to come up with a new sticker design. I like my logo design as a sticker, and it works. But I need to come up with some other stuff so that we can be nice. Dana, you are on to something there. Be nice. Oh, I love it. Dana, do it. Let's do it. Blue, let's do that. Be nice as a backside of the chip. Okay? Be nice. I like that. Because when you say it, it carries over. I like that a lot. Dana, you're brilliant. It's a moment, a flash of insight, and we'll make it a thing. Yeah, just screenshot that. We'll make it a thing. On the Edge does stickers fast. Yeah, and so I mean, Sticker Mule does too, and stuff like that. You have to have a design. I'm not good at graphics and logo design and all that type of stuff. And so anyone remember Last Ranger, Gary? Gary designed my channel logo, and I've used it ever since. You know, with my hand holding the knife, you know, something like this, right? And I've used it ever since because I like it. And the fact that someone was kind enough to, again, kindness in this community, someone's kind enough to create a logo for me and give it to me for free. I didn't pay anything for it. I should have probably, but this is has been up to this point a hobby channel, and so it's not been designing ninja. I know it's not been a what do you want to call it? It's been a money sink. I mean, I've been putting money into it for years, but because I enjoy it as a hobby. But at this point, yeah, now it's taking off. So we need to get other designs going, and other promotional material that I can be sending out to other channels and that type of stuff. You know, marketing. It's all about marketing. Yeah, getting your name out there, whether it be viral marketing, grassroots marketing, like you guys sharing with other people. Or even ninja marketing, if you will, going on to middle complexes of stream and throwing out my information like I do, which he's letting me get away with because he feels guilty, I think, because he hasn't sent me the knife yet. So tomorrow, watch on his stream because I'm going to sabotage him again because he deserves it because he hasn't answered me, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it's just kind of fun. Chips running a laser. Nice. Okay. I don't know how y'all do it. It's pretty cool. Yeah, Stacy, your stickers are awesome. Your stickers are very awesome, and I will be giving away some of her. She sent me a bunch of her stuff. I will be giving away some of her stickers and swag in my giveaways. So, in fact, I think Clint has one in his thing. Yeah, Victor. Again, politics. We don't do that, bro. One triggering word. Honestly, I find it funny. Blue, I honestly find that funny. One triggering word, just Trump. Get banned. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for laughing so hard. But that's funny as hell. All right, anyway. He doesn't answer you. I know, and you've even sent him nice stuff. I mean, isn't his wasn't his plaque of how to get in? What, didn't you make that? I mean, come on. No, he's bad. I know. You know what was funny though, when there was all the controversy with about the forest, Dylan, he reached out to me. So yeah, so he's just I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, even though my first reaction is probably not to. It's like, oh, God, now my benefit of the doubt is a very busy guy. He's doing multiple videos a day, does this full time. I'm sure I'm the last thing on his mind, honestly, and I'm probably not even, I'm probably somewhere down on the list of things that he'll maybe remember. And that's why I keep bugging him about it and I've emailed him like, every 3 days or 4 days or so, just to be make a squeaky wheel, just to be fresh in the mind. And that's what I'll do tomorrow too. Is live stream is $5. Hey, Middle Complex, hey, Richard, remember you owe me a knife for my giveaway. You need to be in the mail now to get here in time. That type of thing. Hopefully he'll take it in a good natured way. I'm not trying to pick on him or embarrass him or anything, because I'm not. I know he's a very busy guy, and it's huge. And just the fact that he acknowledged me is huge. It's a big blessing. So, but with as many subs and as big as his channel is, you never know what someone else is going through. You never know what someone else and you can't. That's part of the tragedy of our human condition, is that the best we can do is empathize. The very best we can do is try to put ourselves into someone else's shoes and hope that we understand a little bit of what's going on. To assume otherwise is really hubris. It's really pride. And yeah, it's not very kind either. So in that lines, it's about time for me to get off. So we need to be kind to one another. So do something kind for someone. Stealing from Zach there. Do make sure to go check out all the other live streams and come back and join me tomorrow on knifetube.com or on my Instagram. You can go check it out on my story. It's listed there. Come back and join me tomorrow, please, for the live stream starting 9:35, 45-ish, and running as long as I can until my next patient. And do absolutely make sure you're subscribed. If you have the ability to spam a live stream or a playlist or anything, go set it and run in the background. We're cranking out the hours to reach the 3,000 hours I want to reach by my birthday to make this reverse birthday giveaway even bigger. And I appreciate all the help everyone's had, and everyone is coming in on a regular basis now. Thank you all for joining me. I value each of you. It's really kind of you all to give me your time and to share the morning with me. And I hope this makes your morning a little bit better, a little bit brighter, and a little bit. See if you could crash the laptop, nice, and a little bit better. There's enough things in this world to bring us down. Let's come in here and have a good day and bring each other up. And let's do that everywhere we can get a chance, because, honestly, isn't that really what we're here for? I mean, we're here to survive, but we survive so much better when we're helping one another, right? It really works that way. So here's the part where you all get to stare at my nostrils while I send this thing off to production. I wish each and every one of you an absolutely wonderful day. I hope this day does get better the whole day long. Go do something nice for someone and watch the results. It makes everyone's day better, and it spreads. It spreads like a virus. You do one kind thing for someone, and then they do too. It just goes crazy. So absolutely.